Hello, I wanted to cover how to use technology to improve your clinical research site. The pharmaceutical industry is a difficult and challenging business. It is a very complex industry with a lot of unpredictable problems and sometimes poor management. And at the basic level, the most important institution in the research business is a clinical research site. And a site's job is to conduct the research in the best way possible and produce quality data. Because there are so many clinical research sites, it is important that sites stand out, and in order to get the attention of the sponsors and the clinical research studies that are necessary to be successful. One of the ways that your research site can stand out is to embrace the flood of technology that has come into the industry. There are lots of different complex processes that your research site is in charge of, and there are many different tools and software and platforms that will allow you to be successful and be more efficient when completing these tasks. One of these technologies is a clinical trial management system, or CTMS. And the CTMS is a software that's used in the industry to help manage clinical trials. There are many different kinds of CTMS systems out there, and every site has its different needs. So be sure to really do some shopping and find out which CTMS is the best for your site. One of the best features of CTMS is that everything is centralized, which means that all the site's operational data is stored and organized in one location that is easily accessible. You can see why a lot of different sites use this system just like this. And these are all the ways that a CTMS can help your research site, from financial and budget management, business development, patient recruitment and retention, subject visit management, recruitment tactics, budget and outcomes, and of course compliance with regulations can all be made easier and streamlined through the use of a CTMS. Another system that will help reduce a lot of the waste that is often spent is an electronic data capture system, or an EDC system. And there are many EDC systems out there, and they will help you really overcome the paper-based system of collecting data, which can save you tons of time. And there are lots of EDC systems that are incorporated into or integrated with the CTMS system that we just talked about. And the time and the resources that you will save using a system like this really depend on how well you use it, just like any other tool. And when it comes to clinical trials, you will need a system that is compliant with 21 CFR Part 11. And examples of these are Medrio and Castor EDC. Just like with CTMS, there are lots of different types of EDC systems, so make sure you do your homework and really choose the one that is best for your research site. And these are all the ways which an EDC system can help you, from user permissions to data entry, and the benefits. One of the benefits that a lot of sites choose an EDC system is that it is cloud hosted, so you can access it from many different computers, and it also lets you build an audit trail, which is important for compliance of clinical trials. Many larger organizations use a virtual workspace platform, and this is a place where sites can upload files and documents to better organize them and give access to those that need access to these important files. It's very handy if you use a lot of cloud hosted methods, so that you can send certain files and share them with people that you need to, all through this software. Some of the more popular ones include Dropbox and Huddle, and a lot of these virtual workplace platforms benefit larger sites, as smaller sites don't really have a need for processing and sending large amounts of data and files. One of the things that sites are becoming more and more familiar with are automated systems for following up with leads. In this case, the leads would be potential patient subjects for your clinical trials. And these automated systems sometimes are part of a larger clinical trial management system, but sometimes you can use third-party software, which is separate from the CTMS, to keep up with patients. And you can send emails, texts, even calls to patients to remind them of upcoming appointments they may have, or just following up with them to see if there is any questions they have. The role of these automated systems are very important and can help a lot of sites really scale their patient outreach. Oftentimes, because of how much they can help with recruitment and retention, a lot of these services of automation are included with the recruitment companies that are offered to sites by sponsors and CROs. It is really important just to keep in contact with patients and keep following up with them so that they not only come into the study to the research site to be in the study, but also for retention rates. Another software that research sites often use are fingerprint systems. And these fingerprint systems are ways to avoid duplicate participants or professional patients. One of the systems that you can use is Clincal RSVP, and a system like this can be expensive, and it only works if a research site of the same study is using it, so that everyone can see what patients are signed up for their trial, and it doesn't always prevent professional patients from signing up to multiple research studies with multiple different sites. Instead of using a system like this, a different way to check for duplicate participants could be to send the participant's initials and date of birth to the sponsor and see if they have any data of a participant enrolling at a different research site for the same study. So there's lots of different technology and softwares and websites that are working to make your job as a research site a lot easier, and there are constantly building new ways to help a site and reach out to patients or even reach out to sponsors to get new studies. As always, these are different tools that you can use, and the different ways that you use them are really what determines how successful you are. I hope this was just an introduction and you go out and find many different ways to help your research site using technology. If there's anything that you think I should add, or anything you think I can expand on, please send me an email or give me a call. Thank you.